Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 3 minutes. Very quickly, when I say live, what I mean is that this is a situation where I'm recording myself, seeing the data, seeing the information for the very first time, compared to having already recorded everything, and now I'm coming back and doing some sort of trade recap or post commentary. Nothing like that. I literally don't know what's coming next. So if you just want a raw, unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, this will be a video for you. I will pause for now and be back at the open. Well, watching SEDG, and it's just not giving me any setups yet. Basically straight down since the opening bell, and you just can't do too much with that. Now, of course, in hindsight, I said, well, I should have just shorted right there, and I mean, true, but that's hindsight. And but like to just start shorting right now, I mean, maybe I'm going to look at this 3 minutes and say, geez, 3 minutes later, I'm going to say I should have shorted at 292. But in the heat of the moment right now, I don't know. I mean, it feels like that's chasing. But the good news is market's only been open for not even 2 minutes yet. But that's the current update. I will look around and see what else I can find. All right, watching 83 here for a short, in at 83. So starting to work in my favor here. 82.50 being a bit of a stubborn level, which not completely shocking to see. I'll give it a few more moments, but if it doesn't want to break, then, well, wow, that fast, back above 83. The spreads are big, so. Let's see if it wants to give 82.50 another try. I only did do 150 just because the spreads are so big, and it was a fine setup. Would I call it like a just mind-boggling great setup? No. And that's, proven to be the case here. Overall, chart hasn't done anything wrong. Annoying, yeah. Annoying that it's made this little move up here, but it's not like that's, destroyed the setup or anything like that. All right, revisiting 82.50. And I'll throw an order out there at 82.25 just in case there's a fast move down there. See if I can capture it. If 82.50 is broken, though. Oh, and once again, it's bouncing off this, 82.50 mark. So that's certainly going to be the key breakdown point. Okay, knocking on the door again of 82.50. Took off 50 shares just for a small gain. That was not to make money. It was just to manage my risk here. Because at this point, I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it breaks down. But if this thing wants to head upwards, it will still be a loss, yes, but not as big as a loss because I locked in minimal gains, but it was more so just to reduce position size. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I'm sitting here and saying, I wish I didn't do that. Because if I'm saying that, that does imply that I'm still making money on these remaining shares. All right, so took off another allotment just because this level is getting very, very stubborn. Market's looking like it might want to go up. So there we go. So $3.57 on that trade. After fees, I'm probably break even, maybe like down $1. So all right, well that one clearly didn't work. Didn't want to go. Gave it plenty of time. So let's just move on and see what else I can find. Little update here on GME. If anything, I played it right. Let's see. Yeah, if it goes over 84, then definitely would have been a losing trade. So I can't quite say that I played it totally right because, to be fair, maybe it does come back down here. And if it does come back down, that really brings a question. Do I try it again? At 82.50? I mean, we all witnessed that together. 82.50 was that stubborn level. Maybe it would be worth trying again at 82.50, assuming that comes back into play. So I'll keep an eye on it. All right, have an order at, oh, this needs to be actually a little bit lower. Let's go 1370, yeah, 1375. Need Tesla itself to go up a tad bit more. All right, well, I don't like how it's behaving, so I'm going to go to 1325 now. Okay, in there. At 1325. So let's see what it wants to do. Might be interested in picking up some more. Want to let it settle down here a little bit. Let's see if it wants to pull back some. Need it to pull back a bit more. So out there for $125 loss. Could still turn out to have been a winning trade, but now in hindsight, I mean, I'm hindsight trading, so could I have gotten a bit more, or could I have gotten more at a better price and then turned that into a very nice winning trade? I could have, but of course, could have, should have, would have. That's hindsight. But you don't want to panic out of things, but you also don't want to get too greedy. And I'll have to go back and look. Maybe that could have still been a profitable trade by a little bit. But at that point, it was more of a, you know what, this isn't quite going the way that I wanted it to. And because I failed to add where I probably should have, again, that's hindsight, I decided to just take the loss on it because at some point you have to kind of just admit, now I am willing to start things all over again. If this thing wants to come up over 900, I'd be willing to try again on it. But for that particular set of circumstances, I just needed to to take the loss. Again, not a panic loss where you just completely freak out and have a much bigger loss than what it needs to be. But in my mind, that one still needed to be a loss at that point. But there's a difference between, okay, needs to be a loss. Well, that, if you want to start to get into the philosophy of things, well, how big of a loss? Does it need to be like a massive, massive loss? Well, no, in my opinion, it didn't. And I mean, not to sound arrogant, but that proved to be right. No, it didn't need to be a massive loss in the sense of panicking and freaking out. But it still didn't need to be a loss in the sense of, it's not working out. So you know what? Just take the loss. And, those are the little fine-tuned things. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in the sound bites of, take a loss. And I agree, take a loss. But the extent of the loss. Now let's get a little bit more advanced in our understanding of things. And, because have you been there before? I know I have. So I don't say any of this from a judgmental, like I have it all figured out. But I've been there many times where I panic, I freak out, I take the loss, and then I just say, if I would have remained calm for just a few more moments, sure, it would have still been a loss, but wow, it wouldn't have been anywhere near the loss that I had actually taken. And that's what we had there. So, I mean, it's not fun to learn money, what did I just say? It's not fun to learn money. It's not fun to lose money, but this was a good learning lesson for sure, in terms of kind of the philosophy of a loss, if you will. Maybe that'll be the title of this video, the philosophy of a loss, because yes, you do need to take losses, but you need to freak out and take a maximum loss, take a huge loss. I would argue no. I mean, sometimes you got to just know to remain calm and realize that it's going to be a losing trade, but just remain calm and don't take a much bigger loss than what's actually needed. And I do understand I'm kind of repeating myself, but like I said, this is live, so I'm trying to watch Tesla, think through Tesla, what I want to do. But while I'm trying to formulate a trade plan, I'm also trying to talk to you, which I guess causes me to kind of just repeat the same things over, because I'm actually thinking more so about what I want to do rather than talking to you. So you understand why I don't make these videos every single day? That's very challenging. I have no problem admitting it. Talk to you, not sound repetitive, which I know I failed there, but so all right, well, the philosophy of a loss, there we go. We had a little talking point there, and I think that'll be a good learning lesson here for this one. But if Tesla does want to get up over 900, I'll get the video rolling at that point. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close things down here and call it a day. It is now 3:30, so the day has passed, and I've been just kind of going off doing my thing as normal, and no trades really came about, although I can't say that I spent really any time at all looking for anything. I mean, I glanced every now and then, but nothing too much. And in all, I mean, looking in hindsight at things, I don't think I really missed anything. Of course, I could easily say, I could have done that. But if I'm being just brutally honest with myself, I don't think I really saw anything that would have necessarily made me money or anything like that, or really lost me money. There just didn't seem to be that many opportunities. But still an important video, as $120. Nothing that can't be overcome. And for those of you that have watched past videos, you've seen me make well over $120, sometimes in a matter of minutes, in a matter of seconds. And I don't say that, again, to brag. I just say it that, overall, I'll survive. And sometimes that's what we got to do as traders. Just survive, just manage the risk. And, I'm not going to go through everything again, since I just talked about, as we're calling the philosophy of a loss. But just keep that in mind during your trading journey. Now, if you enjoy these live trade videos, 2 requests from me. Hit the like button, leave a simple comment down below. They're not easy videos to make, as I said, but I will continue to make them as long as I know people are enjoying. And again, the quick, easy way to communicate that to me is hit the like button and leave a comment below, even if it's just saying hi. Tell me what you traded today. But those 2 things communicate to me that you enjoy, and as long as I know people are enjoying, then I will continue to put in the effort to put these videos together. So thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. And remember, just manage that risk and, survive so you can fight another day and eventually thrive. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.